Have you ever sat in a presentation where the speaker talked for 20 minutes, but you could not remember a single point? Now imagine another speaker who speaks for just 5 minutes, but leaves you inspired, clear, and motivated. What makes the difference? It is not who they are, it is how they speak. Stay with me until the end, because today you will practice listening, learn new vocabulary, and reflect on how small steps every day can make a big difference. In this lesson, you will listen to stories, practice vocabulary, and try speaking exercises. This is level B2 to C1, so it is perfect if you already understand English well but want to grow faster. And because I want you to improve even faster, I have prepared a free practice exercise for you. Check the description box, click the link, and complete the activity after this video. It will help you review vocabulary and speaking practice. Today's topic is public speaking and presentation skills. You will learn how to use performance language to guide your audience, how to structure your ideas so people follow you easily, and how to use small talk and networking moments to connect after your speech. Emma was a university student preparing for her very first big class presentation. It was worth 30% of her final grade, so she wanted to do everything perfectly. For weeks, she spent hours in the library, collecting books, taking notes, and typing out every sentence she wanted to say. By the time the day arrived, Emma had 10 full pages of notes. She thought, if I read everything, I will not forget anything. My professor will see how hard I worked. When her name was called, Emma walked to the front of the classroom. Her hands were shaking and her voice was soft. She opened her notes and began to read, line after line, word for word. At first, a few students listened, but after 2 minutes, half the class was already looking at their phones. Some were whispering, and others looked bored. Emma's heart sank. She was giving information, but no one seemed to care. That night, her professor gave her honest feedback. He said gently, "Emma, you are intelligent. Your research is strong. But presentation is not about showing how much you know. It is about guiding people through your ideas. Do not just read. Speak. Use your eyes, your voice, and your body. Help people feel interested, not just informed." Emma was embarrassed, but she knew her professor was right. She decided to try again the next week in another class. This time, she prepared differently. Instead of writing a full script, she wrote only key points. She practiced in front of a mirror, focusing on her tone and body language. She even practiced smiling. When the day came, Emma walked to the front again. She took a deep breath, looked at her classmates, and began, "Let me share 3 key points." The students lifted their heads. She continued with energy. "Here's why this matters to you." She paused, made eye contact, and invited them to imagine. Imagine for a moment what would happen if we ignored this problem. To her surprise, the classroom felt different. People were watching. Some nodded, a few even smiled. When she finished, the room was silent for a second, and then her classmates clapped. Afterward, several friends came to her and said, "Emma, that was so clear. I finally understood the topic." Emma walked home that day with a big smile. She realized something important. A good presentation is not about transferring information. It is about creating connection. Vocabulary. Engaged means interested, paying attention. Transfer information means to deliver knowledge without emotion or connection. Eye contact means looking directly at your audience to show confidence. Guiding phrases are expressions that help structure your talk. Speaking practice. Repeat after me with confidence. Let me share 3 key points. Here's why this matters to you. Imagine for a moment. Now create your own short introduction. Start with, "Today, I want to share." Add 1 guiding phrase. Keep it under 30 seconds. David was invited to speak at an international conference. It was his first time presenting to an audience of professionals. At first, he thought, "I must impress them with big words and complex sentences." But after practicing, he realized the more complicated his language was, the more he lost his listeners. So he changed strategy. He focused on performance language. Phrases that guide the audience, such as, "Let me illustrate this with an example." What this means in practice is, I want you to imagine for a moment. During the conference, he spoke slowly, used pauses, and told a short story about a project he worked on. The audience leaned in. They were not confused, they were connected. At the end, several people approached him and said, "That was clear, powerful, and memorable." David discovered that persuasion comes not from complicated words, but from clarity, structure, and delivery. Vocabulary. Complicated language means words or grammar that are too difficult. Pauses are short silences that let ideas sink in. Persuasion is the power to influence or convince. Delivery means how you speak, your tone, your speed, and your energy. Speaking practice. Practice with these phrases. What this means in practice is, let me illustrate this with an example. Now, choose a simple topic, such as saving money or eating healthy. Say one idea. Use one guiding phrase. Speak clearly for 30 to 45 seconds. Sofia attended a professional networking event. Everyone was introducing themselves in front of the group. She noticed that some people spoke for 10 minutes, listing every job they ever had. The audience looked bored. When it was Sofia's turn, she remembered the rule of concise impact. Be short, be clear, be memorable. She stood up and said, "Hi, I'm Sofia. I am passionate about sustainable business. Right now, I am working on a project that helps small shops reduce plastic use. I believe small actions can lead to big change, and I would love to connect with anyone interested in sustainability." She spoke for less than 1 minute. But when the introductions ended, several people came to talk to her. Her clear message and confident delivery made her stand out. Sofia learned that networking speeches are not about saying everything. They are about saying something that matters. Vocabulary. Concise means short and clear. Impact means powerful effect. Memorable means easy to remember. Stand out means to be noticed in a positive way. Speaking practice. Try your own networking speech. Try your own networking speech. Try your own networking speech. Say your name. Say your name. Say your name. Share one passion or project. Share one passion or project. Invite others to connect. Invite others to connect. Invite others to connect. Now, think about your own public speaking experiences. Do you focus more on sounding smart or on being clear? Which guiding phrase will you try in your next presentation? Remember, communication is not about perfection. It is about connection. Today, you learned how guiding phrases make your speech clear, how structure and pauses create connection, and how to introduce yourself in a short, powerful way. Now it is your turn. Go to the description box, click the link, and download your free practice exercise. It will help you review the vocabulary and practice your own presentation skills. And remember, every great speaker was once a beginner. The secret is practice, not perfection.